The performance Nassim opens at the Overture Center next week.
It's described as a theatrical experiment that tries to demonstrate how language can both divide and unite us.
Let's go backstage with our Michael Bruno to check it out.
Tell us a little bit about the project and how it came to be and maybe what we can expect to see here in Madison with you.
The premise of the show is that this show casts a new performer per night. They just show up unrehearsed and they are supposed to get the script and perform it sight unseen in front of the live audience. So they're not allowed to Google, they're not allowed to watch the show, they basically know nothing.
And how did you come up with the format?
This follows an old play of mine called White Rabbit, Red Rabbit that I wrote in 2010. It's toured all around the globe, still touring over, 4,000 or 5,000 times. And I came up with the idea of cold reads. I felt like I write a play and I send it out and ask, intrepid performers to just like take the leap and do the shows without any direction. And then it became a thing.
Piece is about language and how it unites us and divides us. And at the beginning of the show, they're given a direction that they read out to the audience, and then the piece happens. And it's just a piece between the playwright and the guest performer. And it's his personal story about writing and relationship and culture.
Our 6 guests that you're going to have in Madison know absolutely nothing about what they're going to do on stage. If they're just going to volunteer to just go up there and do whatever you say they're going to do, correct?
Yes. It is quite often that because of the format of these shows, like we get audience members who watch, one show and they come back. It's very often. And I always say, like, the audience often is ahead of the performer because some of them, they know it is happening, but the poor performer is just like trying to find out the way.
And is there any interaction with the audience and yourself or with the guest stars, or is it just do they just merely watch the performance?
No, it's very voluntarily participation. I always say one of the keys to be a good writer, if you want to write cold reads, is that you should tread softly. No, you shouldn't embarrass the actors, the audience, because they wouldn't volunteer to come and participate in these shows. It's more of like a community participation. Together, we find words, we have fun, we laugh.
I saw it in New York at the New York City Center. And when they were doing it there, they had a sold out run by the end, and every big star wanted to be in it, to be part of the show. It's just beautiful and moving, and you don't want to give too much away from it, but trust me, you'll have a very memorable and unique experience if you go to the show.
Interesting. And this is even more interesting. Michael Bruno.
That is not a green screen. Michael is live right now in Palm Springs, California. You lucky duck. It is beautiful there.
It is pretty spectacular. It really does look like a picture. It's so beautiful and so gorgeous here. It's just lovely.
So let's talk about this performance. It sounds very interesting. Oh, we lost you.
10 different languages, and he's written these amazing little pieces, and then he picks people out from pre-approved people from the audience, and they don't see the script at all until they actually open up that box, and then he interacts with them. And I am just that curious to see what happens, because these are not professional actors, they're just people from the community.
It's a fascinating idea, and brave of the people that are stepping up to do this.
Yes, indeed.
All right, it is Nassim?
Nassim.
At the Promenade Hall Overture Center. Starts Tuesday, March 8th, runs through the Saturday the 12th. Go to tickets.overture.org. All right. From here to California, 3, 2, 1, it's Friday! Here's Austin, and there's Jim. We're all here. The gang's all here. We'll enjoy the sunshine.
We will.
Thanks.
And you're off next week.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks.
Bask in the sunshine.
Thanks for doing this with us today, you guys.